What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about an issue that we're having in the automotive industry. As most of you might have heard by now, that there's a massive chip shortage causing delays in automotive production. I know that my dealer in particular has been reduced the amount of cars we've been getting. So, for instance, we get typically about 300 cars or so. And lately, for the next couple of months, we've been told that we're going to get about 60 cars or so. This is what I'm told from the sales guys at my job. So obviously, if you expect about 300, 350 cars a month, and you're getting, let's say, 60 to 100, there's going to be a big issue. Not enough supply to feed the demand that there is for these cars. So, but as far as the service end, we're having a lot of issues with backorder parts. So, for instance, AC condensers. This was an issue already last year. I think that's just because there's so many cars affected by that Honda just can't produce enough. But more lately, so the last couple of weeks and the last couple of months, really, we've been noticing every third or fourth part is on back order. Sometimes it's a couple of days, sometimes it's a couple of weeks. Sometimes, for instance, I have a guy waiting with a 2016 Pilot or so, and he needs front struts, and we can't get him. So he doesn't want to do aftermarket. He wants to do Honda. We can't get him. We put on a critical back order, and it's been 27 to 28 days or so, and we can't get our hands on him. Also, other things we've been having. I made a list here because there's so many things that I try to list them out here so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Air filters. I know, it's ridiculous. AC condensers already mentioned. Brake pads. For a certain year, I think it's either a Civics or Accords. We don't have our brake pads. Can't get them. We've been doing aftermarket brake pads. We tell the customer, we got no choice. We can't get them. It's either this or you're gonna go somewhere else and get aftermarket pads anyways. Intake tubes. So we have a lot of issue with the intake tubes cracking. As the mounts wear out, they cause more stress, and the intake tubes, they tear over time, and they get all hard and brittle, so they tear real easily. So we had a problem with those. Couple VSA modulators. I think these are like the 2013 to 2017 Accords, so the 9th gen Accords. Have an issue getting those. A couple Civics as well. Drive belts. Can't get drive belts for the K24s. A couple years. I think it's the CRVs, 15, 16 CRVs, and like 13 to 17 Accords. I'm not exactly sure, but I know I've had a couple instances where I've needed to get aftermarket drive belts. We can't get Honda ones. So there's a massive fuel pump issue. Honda has a massive recall. It affects Insight, Civic, Accord, Pilots, CRVs. I think that's all of them. Don't quote me on that. I don't do too many, but I know that every time I go to do one, we got to order it and buy VIN and specify it for that car and save one. When it comes in, we do them. Sometimes we get them a couple days, sometimes it's a couple weeks. It really depends. So obviously there's an issue here. A part of it is, with the whole pandemic, it disrupted a lot of supply chains, and now there's a global issue with rubber. There's a rubber crisis, that there's some sort of an illness affecting the rubber trees and deteriorating them, killing them, et cetera, et cetera. The problem with that is, if you plant a new tree, let's say, it takes 7 years to fully mature and start producing rubber. So obviously, if it takes 7 years to get new rubber, we're gonna fall into a big issue. Price increases, price hikes. Maybe I'm sure there's gonna be some sort of synthetic solution, but again, it's gonna cost a lot of money, and you could probably expect a lot of delays on parts, and a lot of price increases I foresee coming. Maybe I'm wrong here, but this is just what I'm seeing from my end. I've been told it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So, take that as whatever you want to take it as. But as far as I've been concerned, it's been frustrating trying to get these parts, explaining to customers, hey, we can't get it. They don't want to hear that, especially when it's warranty, and Honda can't get a part to fix your vehicle, and you can't drive it, especially if it's a safety recall. You don't feel comfortable driving, or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna be doing videos just like this, guys. Once a month, I'm gonna be updating you on major recalls, major issues that I'm seeing If there's anything in particular maybe you'd like me to answer, I'm gonna allow you guys to leave a comment on these videos and just ask me what you want to ask me, and I'll try to touch on that subject. Maybe a particular concern on your car, or maybe some advice, maybe what car to look towards or stay away from, or maybe a common issue. You're looking to buy a car, and I can help you out in that way. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm gonna try to inform you guys as best as I can with the latest information that I have. And with that being said, guys, please like the video, comment below on what your thoughts are and what you're seeing. Maybe you're an automotive technician as well, maybe in a different brand. Let me know what struggles you're facing. Maybe you're a consumer, you can't find parts, whatever the case may be. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, let all your friends and family know. Thank you.